The ball swings into the box. Oh, the tension on that rebound. And it is in. Goal. What a moment. In one of the great shocks of the tournament, the Netherlands, a side many had pegged as a genuine title contender, were left in tears in the round of 32. Morocco sent them home in the cruelest way imaginable, on penalties. On paper, the Dutch were the heavier favourites, with the bigger names and the shinier resumes. But football, as it loves to remind us, does not read the team sheet. Every confident prediction crumbled the moment the Dutch failed to close out a win they had practically wrapped up, and they were forced to swallow the bitter truth, eliminated far sooner than almost anyone expected. Yet behind this defeat sits one fatal flaw that finally brought the Netherlands down against Morocco. A single mistake, struck at the most crucial moment, that became the turning point and flipped the entire match on its head. So what exactly went so wrong for the Dutch against Morocco? Let us break it all down. This was, without question, one of the most painful exits of the entire 2026 World Cup. And how could it not be? The Netherlands were standing on the very edge of victory, just a few short minutes from booking their ticket to the round of 16. But the instant their fans let themselves believe the job was done, the game had one enormous twist left to throw at them, saved for the dying seconds. From the opening whistle, the Dutch looked composed and confident against a fierce, fearless Morocco. With more star power on paper, the men in orange set out to dictate the rhythm and pin Morocco back. And yet the Atlas Lions showed remarkable discipline, refusing to hand the Dutch attack a single comfortable yard. The first half was tight, tense, and tactical. The Netherlands owned more of the ball, but Morocco kept their defensive shape absolutely airtight. Chance after Dutch chance came to nothing, and the score stayed level all the way to the break. After the restart, the Dutch pressure only grew as they kept hammering away, trying to pry open that stubborn Moroccan wall. Patience finally paid off when Cody Gakpo struck in the 72nd minute to put the Netherlands ahead 1-0. In an instant, the Dutch camp was flooded with belief. Players, coaches, and supporters could suddenly see the road to the next round wide open. With the clock winding down, the win felt closer and closer, almost close enough to touch. And this, right here, is where it all started to unravel. Once in front, the Dutch grew far more obsessed with protecting the lead than with chasing a second goal. The tempo dropped, the urgency faded, and that quiet invitation was all Morocco needed to push forward with real belief. Morocco, on the other hand, showed the kind of mentality you simply cannot teach. Behind on the scoreboard and running out of time, they refused to fold. Every single player kept fighting, kept running, kept pressing the Dutch backline in search of one chance that could rewrite their whole night. As the match slipped into stoppage time, nearly everyone had already handed the win to the Netherlands. But football, bless its chaotic heart, loves a piece of drama that nobody saw coming. In the first minute of stoppage time, Issa Diop rose up as the unlikeliest of heroes and powered home the equaliser to make it 1-1. That single goal changed absolutely everything. The Moroccan players were jolted with electric belief, while the Dutch looked utterly shell-shocked, watching a victory that had been right in front of their eyes vanish in a matter of seconds. The momentum had swung completely, and now it belonged entirely to Morocco. Extra time produced no further goals, but mentally Morocco looked like the side far more ready for the fight. They carried themselves with sky-high confidence, fueled by having clawed back from a situation that seemed all but impossible. The Dutch, meanwhile, were still wrestling with the gut punch of conceding so late, and when the match came down to a penalty shootout, the psychological weight became the deciding factor. Morocco stayed calmer, steadier, and took their chances with far cooler heads, winning the shootout 3-2. In the end, the Netherlands were left to accept the cruelest truth of all: knocked out of the 2026 World Cup. And the real reason for their downfall was not a lack of quality, nor a lack of football. It was a loss of focus at the single most crucial moment. In the span of just a few seconds, a ticket to the round of 16 Mottizen to focus, this 18 of, that had been firmly in their grasp turned into a nightmare that Dutch supporters will not forget for a very, very long time.